Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good morning. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for March 19th. Here are the key cyber risks shaping today's session. Active zero-day exploitation against network and email infrastructure. A sophisticated iPhone exploit chain used for data theft, and fresh federal guidance to harden the endpoint management plane. We start at the network edge. Researchers report the Interlock ransomware group has been exploiting a critical remote code execution flaw in Cisco's secure firewall management center since January, using it as a zero-day to gain high-privilege access and move quickly toward ransomware deployment. Amazon Threat Intelligence is flagging an active campaign, and the risk profile is clear. Compromise of a central management console can cascade across multiple firewalls and sites. Email infrastructure is also under pressure. CISA has ordered U.S. agencies to patch an actively exploited cross-site scripting bug in Zimbra Collaboration Suite, and separately added Zimbra and a Microsoft SharePoint deserialization issue to the known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. For leaders balancing patch queues, that KEV designation elevates these to priority risk reduction for any environment still running Zimbra or exposed SharePoint components. Meanwhile, remote access tooling remains in the spotlight. ConnectWise disclosed and patched a cryptographic signature verification weakness in Screen Connect that could enable session hijacking and privilege escalation. It's another reminder that remote management and RMM platforms sit on the management plane. When trust boundaries weaken, attackers can inherit administrator reach in one step. Legacy and embedded services drew fresh concern. A critical flaw in the GNU iNet Utils Telnet daemon could allow unauthenticated remote takeover with full system privileges. A high-impact scenario for older Unix-like systems and lab gear where Telnet may linger. In parallel, researchers detailed 9 critical vulnerabilities across several low-cost IP KVM devices that can grant root-level control of servers through out-of-band consoles. A quiet, high-leverage path into data centers and production labs. On mobile, a campaign dubbed Dark Sword is using a sophisticated iOS exploit chain against users in multiple countries, delivering an info stealer that can pillage personal data and even tap into cryptocurrency wallet apps. The targeting blends espionage and financially motivated theft, underscoring that iPhones remain in the crosshairs when the payoff is access to sensitive communications and digital assets. On the policy and guidance front, CISA is urging organizations to harden endpoint management systems following a recent U.S. incident affecting a major medical technology firm's Microsoft environment. The emphasis is on least privilege roles, phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication, and multi-admin approval for high-impact changes. Controls that reduce blast radius when legitimate tools are misused. Looking ahead, expect continued probing of Cisco management centers and Zimbra servers while patch rollouts progress. And watch for exploitation attempts against legacy Telnet services and vulnerable IP KVMs as proofs of concept circulate. Mobile threat intelligence around Dark Sword's delivery and persistence methods will likely evolve over the coming days. What to watch for today? Prioritize monitoring around network security managers and central consoles, email collaboration suites exposed to the internet, and remote access platforms like Screen Connect. You should also keep an eye on endpoint management and identity workflows for signs of admin abuse. Mobile fleets, where executives or crypto users are attractive targets, and any legacy Unix services or data center KVMs that expand your attack surface. The takeaway: attackers are pressing the management plane and the long tail of legacy systems at the same time. Speed to patch and strong governance over high-privilege tooling will define resilience this week. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.